Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. Entirely lost track of what number we're on now. I will be distracted by a very slanty guinea pig there. They've decided to gnaw away one corner of the hammock, so it's just a kind of slant now. So they're just lying on the slant. It looks quite comfy though. It looks like they might have just hacked it and made it a bit better. Hello, I'm glad there's a decent number of people here. I apologise that it's all been very jaunty in the worst way the last few weeks. Apologies to anyone that was waiting on Monday. I was no good for doing the show, but because I only had my phone on me, I'd scheduled the show, but it won't let me do anything on the phone. So thanks, Andreas, for being the steward there on Monday. Because I couldn't delete it. You can't do anything on the YouTube app, which is absolutely mad. So I'm going to figure out if we can get a third-party app or something if that happens again, because it's wild. I couldn't even change the title to just change it to it's not happening. All I could do was take it off the news playlist. So I did post it around, but yeah, it was nice. So thank you for that, because it meant that anyone who just sort of wandered in was thinking, she is being a bit late. So we haven't done a live show in a little while because I didn't have one the week before. So there's been quite a lot going on. I'm a bit wibbled today, but I really want to do a show because we haven't done one for ages. It's nice and bright. All is all is good. All is not good. Hey, Vicky is here this morning as well. Good morning. I have the mega mug, although I've not put enough milk in it, so it's not in the freezing. I like a nice freezing coffee. Congratulations to Vicky, who's just got married, which is awesome. So yes, I saw. That's ace. What have we got on the news? On the news today. So yes, the elephant in the room is not a guinea pig. I have been very ill for a while. I will be ill for more than a while. I'm not going into the details this time. One, because I don't need to, because I don't. I came to the conclusion that I don't need to tell everyone every single thing. But I've already had a few weird comments, and it's quite big. So I could do without random internet people, I think, is the crux of it. So I've been mentioning obviously that I've not been well for a while. And it's mostly I hate it because I hate being like, oh, I'm a sickly creature. But it's important that you know, because it means I haven't been in the office, and if you're waiting on things, and so I do have to kind of keep people up to date with stuff. But just by saying I've not been well, I've already had a stream of mansplain, including the other day I got one about how I should go on keto, another one about my diabetes that I have. So that's annoying enough, without kind of opening the world to what is happening at the moment, which is not great. To be honest, and it's actually quite a horrific time. But I definitely will talk about when it's not actually happening. But yeah, I'm not doing great physically, which is then obviously not doing great mentally. But I have a wicked bunch of friends who have been obviously I've told a few people what's going on, and they've been really ace and kind of there to be like, whatever you need. So that is ace. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I haven't just got a cold or COVID. But I also don't have diabetes as far as I'm aware. But yeah, people, as soon as they know any sort of information, are like, well, I'll tell you what to do or what the problem is. And I already feel like I have a massive lack of autonomy over all this. So yeah, I could just kind of do without the internet randos. Not so much you folk, the internet randos. Yeah, it'll make sense at some point. But yeah, there's going to be disruption for a little while longer. Maybe a little more of a while. I hate being vague, but say that's oh, hang on. Oh, it's hiding Daniel's gay splain comment. Come on, let me show it. I want to click show. There we are. There it is. I've approved you. I've approved you. So yes, thanks for coming along. I won't just talk about how ill I've been. Um, I am brave facing it at the moment. I've actually got news. I've got Bad Squiddo news. I've got a bunch of stuff. Got yeah, I've got new things. I've got stuff to show you. I've got this cool pen. So that's what you've been waiting for. It's a splosh on it. Look at that splosh. We are so. Yeah, I'm still I'm still actually quite annoyed about the massive message I got the other day about my diabetes. So I'm from another miniatures manufacturer. I don't know if they watch the show or not. Really want to give them the blast, but that was weird. Again, to add to my my book of the name of it's called Sorry About the Delays. I've already decided this. But this is my tell-all story of the war game industry. But I've got to wait till everyone else has died, so it'll be a while, sorry. Gotta avoid all the lawsuits. But it's gonna be my tale of every time some weird things happened and it's just not been worth actually saying anything. Because otherwise I'd just be in these public wars all the time and it just makes me look rubbish. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on out there. But yeah, some 10 paragraph story about what I should probably do to fix my current illness that that person doesn't know about. So, what have we got? Whilst we're getting the crap news out of the way, we lost a little guinea pig Sponge last week, who was my youngest guinea pig. But she appears to have at least had a nice passing. She did just seem to be asleep and was not asleep. And that massively sucks. Adding to all of the things at the moment that are just being absolutely rubbish. But thank you, Andy, Mr. 2D6, for being a top class grave digger and adding to my pet cemetery that whoever moves here after me is going to be haunted by a million guinea pigs. So that sucks. The other pigs are okay. Luckily, they have no soul or heart, so they don't really notice. They're all just sort of carrying on as normal because they're actually quite evil. What else? So what I was supposed to do, the last live stream was supposed to be after Partizan. I was no good. I basically had to be carried out of Partizan because I just was not happening. I hit a wall and yeah, I was not good. But I had a nice time while I was there. Thanks, Fenris, noticing my wicked t-shirt there. Yes. So yeah, so Partizan firstly was a little bit emotional because I'm just getting all of the misery out of the way first, and then it'll be an hour and I'll go, I'll see you next week. We saw Neil Shook and a bunch of the Two Fat Lardies sort of gang. Some that I kind of made friends with a bunch of people after the Lard Day in Nottingham, which has been really good. And it's just been really nice to sort of add to sort of people that I chat to, and in that world, and I like those games, so that's cool. But Neil has been head of managing the stuff from Mike Hobbs, who I think you'll be aware of, if not aware through me. He was one of my super good friends that passed away. I'm really terrible with dates. Last year, COVID has messed everything up. I'm pretty sure it was the start, well, Marchish of last year. Me getting the dates wrong is not disrespectful. I have no idea what date anything happens anymore. But Hobbs I was very close to, suddenly passed away then. And Neil has been sorting through his belongings. again, it's relevant. Got to be relevant. Got to be relevant. So in case you missed any of it, Mike Hobbs, I don't think he ever directly worked for any war games company, but he was one of those people that was just kind of everywhere. So he was always play testing, demoing, just being really helpful to companies generally. And he was a massive help and support for me when I was getting started, and always telling me to keep kicking ass and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it really sucked when he randomly passed away. Um, but yeah, so he was one of those very well known and loved in the community sort of people. So Neil Shook and a bunch of others have been going through his man cave basically. So we had a entire room all very organized with all his war games stuff. So a bunch of us, led by Neil. I didn't do any physical things, so I don't want to take any credit. But basically, they've been going through the stuff and just sort of giving it to friends so that his wife doesn't have to, go eBay it or anything. So I met up with a bunch of them, and that was really nice. I've been extra missing Mike at the moment because I think he'd. I could have done with a mic at the moment, with all the stuff going on. I think he'd have some nice, reassuring, offensive things to say. Offensive just in the way of sweary. But yeah, he was definitely that sort of person that you could just go to and go, guess what? Guess what horrific things now? And you go, well, sucks to be you. Very much. So I took a bunch of the Hobbs things. A lot of terrain, which is going to be in my terrain section. So you'll see it'll live on in a million Bad Squiddo photos. So it's a lot of World War II terrain. A little sneeze, little guinea pig. And what I'm extra pleased, it sounds bad, that I managed to nab, was his Rubbish at Mill. I think it's 15 mil. I got his elves, and it feels like a horrible loot thing. I did this with Duncan's things, didn't I? It's quite depressing that I'm just gonna be collecting people's stuffs. So 15, aren't they? 15 mil elves, and it's a lovely army. But I used to play it with him when we were playtesting Sword and Spear. So I've got a lot of fond memories defeating these in combat. So I was really chuffed that I've been able to get them, and it's going to make me want to play some Sword and Spear now, because we were on the playtester gang for that. Bet you didn't know that Fantasy Sword and Spear. We were playtesting it at Firestorm back in the day, and I just thought this is what I wanted out of the sets. There's all this. And yeah, they're painted lovely. The little the little oh, what's that? That's cool. Hey, so it's a little wizard there. Little wizard. So there's a whole load of it. High elves and sort of Tomb Kingy undead. I don't know what they are. Do you know what they are? I don't know anything about this sort of thing. What brands are they? War Master. Someone else said they might be Callistra. I have no idea. So it's never going to focus, is it? So it was nice to get them, and again a little bit emotional because it's always a bit weird doing stuff like that. And they've just discovered a whole load more of stuff. So it was quite a collection of stuff. So anyone who knew Hobbs would know that he had every War Games figure ever made, pretty much. So it is quite the task. So a definite salute to Hobbs and gang that were going through all the stuff and sort of transporting it around and all this. It's been quite a nice teamwork thing, and just that sort of seeing the community come together. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? So that's nice. I'm sure. Yeah, I'll take some photo. I'll post it in Baggy's cave or something and find out. But Yeah, they're lovely. I just know that I smashed them in all the Sword and Spear games. So I've got the other boxes over there with the undead. So yeah, I don't know why my brain is not at it today. But I got up. I got up. That's what's important. So I've got all the stuff about me being super ill and people and guinea pigs dying out of the way. So 15 minutes in, we're doing well. Welcome to Sunday morning coffee. That's what you want, isn't it? So what we got? Partizan. So I hung around with my new friends at the Lard Zone. So that was nice. Got to put some more faces to names and all that as matching internet people to human people. I'm realizing that some were the same person, as always happens. I went there the night before to help Great Escape Games set up because they are my show reps. Also, yes, they are at Selwig today. So if you are going to Selwig at any point today, or you think, what, I didn't know Selwig was on, go, go. It's on today. It is London somewhere. I've never been. So somewhere in London. You should go. And Great Escape are there with all the Bad Squiddo goods. But I did some merchandising for them on the Saturday. I was under instruction from the Partizan mob that I wasn't allowed to work, or they'd tell me off. But I did say it was very, very small tinkering on Saturday. So I've got no brain and I've got no physical skill, but I can move things around. So I was just kind of moving some of the bits and tidying the Bad Squiddo for them. And then I felt bad that I couldn't help them on Sunday, whilst also having no obligation to help them. It was just going to be a favour anyway. But what's the word? Brain is not working still. But yeah, it's very good that I wasn't helping them on Saturday because it'd pretty much just be scooped out of the show. So yeah. So the show up until the point where I died was really good. I got to catch up. I actually bought some stuff. I bought a really cool dungeon mat from Crooked Dice. I haven't got the stuff here because it's at the office. I got a cliff face from Last Valley, which is a new thing he's doing. Cliffs are good. I'm gonna get some more cliffs next time. All this stuff's all the scenics I collect are for the backdrops because I want to start taking a lot more photographs of the minis in what's it? Yeah, the minis in situ. So that's what I always sort of scout about for. So it means that I can look for something. So I got some terrain, got some bits from Great Escape because they do all the scatter and bits of that. So I've got some of those. I got some of the. We're here. Oh, we're not here. Oh, that's what I could do later. They had clearance on a bunch of the World War II foreground buildings, so I was like, zoink, I'll be having those. So I got some super cheap foreground. Yes, that's cool. Would good. Matt, I've written seeing people. Yes, saw the people. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. I think I'm allowed that. Got some good amount of people here. It's good. What is this guinea pig? There's a healthy sideways guinea pig before I say just sort of like all animals, they just sleep in this weirdest. I'm like, is that the comfortable? I saw Casey. Yes, I saw Casey. And more apples. I'm traumatized by apples now. Morning, Mr. Warner. I've written new release going ace. I'm going to show you. I haven't released them yet. I will blame John because I don't think he watches it, so I can blame him. Oh no, Alan's here. Oh no, Alan's here. That wasn't an oh no. I was about to show your sculpts actually, Alan. My oh no is based on. Oh, I've took a photo of the casts there actually, and showing Alan, so I can show you that. So the new, if you've seen them posted around, they are RAF fellas. By the way, so Alan Marsh in the comments there sculpts most of our minis, so you should all go and give him some praise. He's the guy. I think it's that way, but I don't know. So he sculpted those chaps that were manning the naval gun when the Luftwaffe come over. So they were doing the panto, so they've got all the frilly dresses on. And I wanted to make it so they weren't linked to the gun or anything, so you could just use them for all sorts of scenarios where you need some blokes smoking, smoking, wearing dresses and overcoats, as was a common World War II scenario. But I hate photographing metal, and John's had them for painting, but I'm blaming John because he's got a new dog. So I think he would have painted them by now, but he's got a new dog, which is a very cute dog, to be fair. So I had them for pre-release at Partizan, and they sold out of them. So that was awesome. So that's a good feeling, especially when it's through a different company as well. Because sometimes I think, oh, what if people just buy stuff because I threaten them or something? I don't know. So when other people are selling them, it's like even more of a like validation. So they sold out, but they were only on pre-release, and I haven't released them yet because I'm waiting on the painted picture. But there's no reason why I have to. But most of the time, I've been experimenting that when I release them with the inked metal or just the bare resin or something, and then later on show the painted picture, I don't get as many sales as when I just bam people straight away with the painted one. And it's hard because I really just want to release the things. So I've got a rough picture, which is a picture I did send to Alan of the three. I think I've shown the sculpts on here before. But that's them sort of running away. That guy's running, grabbing his coat, like, ah, crap. Guy in the middle's got his coat over it, like, bloody Luftwaffe. And I think the one smoking is my favourite. I think that's going to paint up super well. Oh, I could show you what Alan's been working on, actually. That's when he'll panic because he sent me incomplete things, and I'll show him. I'll show him from a distance. Where are they? Oh, there's some other ones. Welcome to Annie's skimming her phone. What we got here? So they've been going really well. I will show you shortly the other bits. I've got to spread out the good bits for you. I'll show you what Alan's been working. Oh, he sent me new photos. Oh, that's alive! That's a live reaction. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I will show you guys that. That's your thanks for actually watching the show when I've been missing for ages. Holy, oh yeah. So you're gonna have to wait for that. That was the teaser. I will show you all, but you've got to listen to more ramblings about how miserable I am first, and then you get shown that. Holy crap, that is immense. That is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll show you. That's what you can expect shortly. we'll do a couple of other things, and then you get the treats. Oh, that's amazing. Also, that's going to be able to kill a person, I reckon. I reckon you can probably kill someone to death with that miniature, in a good way. In a good way, of course. Oh wow. Yeah, so we will get to that shortly. We will. I just wanted more coffee, that's all. Okay, I'm getting perked up. I was all like, don't want to do a show this morning, but exactly, Ratty. I think it's just really fun. Daniel's making a Gaslands car. Yes, you don't need a reason to make them. They're just fun. He wants his dessert now. Yeah, Katie's on it. They are a War Master. That is handy to know. Yeah, they're absolutely lovely. And I'm really proud to have them. I've let everyone else scramble over over all the other goods. I'm sure there's an unpainted Bad Squiddo collection in there that someone will get a nice treat to. Right, what else we got? So new release going ace. I'll give I'll boop John. I don't feel bad blaming John. I'll blame his dog. I'll boop John, and if he's not, what day is it now? Sunday. If he's not got them planning to have them ready by the end of the week, I'll release them with the ink. That should be enough to. Okay. purely because I want to release them. It's just sod's law sometimes. I'll spend ages making sure the metal figure looks good, and then I'll get sent through the painted one, and I go, oh, that was a waste of time. So that's me trying not to jinx myself, but I'll see what's up. It's fine. It's all good. He's also got a whole bunch of other bits on the painting queue after that, which are going to be later on in the year, although we're coming to the end of the year. Shane's been up to no good, so we've got some up to no good Shanes coming. We've got some more pirates. One of the pirates is well, they're all very good. One of them I really like. It's one of those that have gone straight into my favourite minis collection. Some crones, got a beautiful queen, as well as these beautiful queens. Oh no, I've told you what the things are, but what queens? Oh no, you'll have to wait. Community minis. I know I just mention this every now and again and go, nah. I got close last night. I almost got a book out and then I went to bed, but it is happening. I'm gonna plow through these community minis. I'm gonna speed through it instead of making it more community, just so they're designed. And I'm gonna, when you least expect it, I'm gonna throw up some information on Baggy's Cave and go, everyone cool with these? Yes. Because I want to just get it caught up so that we can be at a nice pace with it. And it's entirely because I've got a brain blank on it, and it's not actually that many miniatures that we need to catch up on before we can get to the whole, sort of mini a month type thing. And then Alan dun, 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 we'll get the briefs for that, but I'll post them up just in a anything major here that you think is terrible. Nope, let's go. Let's get them done because they're going to be wicked, and I really want to get more of that on the go because that was really cool to do that sort of. It just gave us a good reason to extra chat about women in history and get some different minis made outside of the usual ranges. So stuff will be happening. I've written Tree Pen, the Tree Pen Kickstarter. I got all the pens. All the pens. I can't take a cool photo of them all, but it's because they're all in their own little bags. So that's not really a complaint. They've all been labelled because there's 15 different inks and there's two resins. There's quite a lot of different combos to drive the casters absolutely mental. I'm allowed to say that. I did just pause and went, no, that's okay. We can call ourselves that, I think. So when I get cancelled again, and then cancelled for saying cancelled, it's okay. I am a certified mental, so I can use the term. I think that's okay. Anyway, so they've been going wild from all of the different ink combos of Pen Fella, but I've got them all. I have been rubbish and haven't ordered the bookmarks, which is me being far too honest because I could have not told you that. But also I've been super ill. I've been really sick. So I will get that sorted. But with all the other stuff going on as well, it's not really going to delay them. I'm going to aim to get those done Monday. So I should be able to start shipping tree pens by the end of the week, basically, which is ace. And everyone can get tree pens. I'm a bit sad that I probably won't be able to do I won't be able to do another Kickstarter before the end of the year, as is not happening. Also that I'm sticking to my promise of getting community miniatures sorted before any other Kickstarter happens, because that deserves the attention and people have paid their money. So with that, and with the following months ahead for my health, as I have various hospitals and things, I'm not going to be doing anything too wild. I'm mostly going to be catching up with whatever things I get behind, because that's all I do now. I just catch up with stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to get some in Mega Ace and Big in the new year. But it means that while stuff's a bit up in the air, we can chill, do some community minis, get the occasional briefs over to Alan of some cool random figure rather than endless troops, because it's always nice to sort of mix them up a bit. So that's actually the thing to look forward to, the community miniatures, because we've probably unlocked a load more. I haven't looked at it because it makes me sad because I'm so behind on it. But And once we've done the catch up, there's going to be a whole bunch, and I might just throw in some bonus ones as well, just to sort of thank you all for being patient. So I'll have a look when we get to that. But it shouldn't be too far off, so that's cool, and that's something nice. Especially as it comes into winter, it's more excuse for me to curl up in this little nest with the books and figure out who's the coolest people to make. Oh, those figures! I'll show you shortly. Don't go yet. I've still got these to show you. I've still got these. I've been talking to a bunch of other companies about doing trying to encourage people to think about us around Christmas. I'm not going to say any more because wasn't my idea, so I won't give it. I'll be like, wow, this is this thing I've come up with. It's not. But as a heads up, buy stuff from us. Buy stuff from us, please. So we're kind of thinking up some cool little campaigny thing to get you to buy from us. And again, not you, not you. If you're here, it means you're already in the inner circle. But just to remind people, and it's mad because it is. I've said mad again. I'm mental, doomed. Mid-October, thinking what Christmas? But we have a lot of postal strikes I've written down as well. There's a lot of postal strikes. Things are taking longer to go overseas, all that sort of stuff. So unfortunately, you do need to be thinking about Christmas. I know. But when you do, trying to get people to kind of think, buy from us little fellas, little fellas. We are struggling at the moment. I'm struggling at the moment because I can't go into work. Well, I am, but I'm not going into work very much. So Wild Bad Squiddo by itself is doing pretty well. It's good little, keeps itself going. The fact I cannot, I've been working a very small amount, which means one, that I'm not sort of here, but I'm not promoting. I'm not able to promote my stuff online because that's when I do get a bit of time to work. The stuff I'm doing is the behind the scenes bit, sorting orders, emails, and the bits that you generally don't see. So I'm dying in the algorithms basically. So getting even more of the I wish someone would make cool female models, and I can't even be there to go, I do. Hello. So that's having an impact. So what is wrong with me has been then impacting the company and then impacting my mental health as well. So it's all been a bit of a tangle. But I know a bunch of the other little companies, they don't have exactly the same things going on. But it is getting harder and harder for people to actually see us. So yeah, we're going to do some sort of buy from us campaign. I'm just going to call it buy from us. Buy our stuff. But again, not you. You can definitely buy our stuff. You know what I mean? I never want any of you to feel bad. I know whenever I say something like that, I get people going, I'm really sorry, I've got all my bills. It's absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine. It's more the just the general mass of people. If you think it's 25 people here, but the customer base is in the thousands. But yeah, I'm rambling. I just never want any of you to think, oh God, I've got to buy from Annie. She's clipped Annie. So we don't going to buy stuff ever. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Daniel says I can do more shoots with what I have and more on socials. Yes, exactly. So any sort of just boosting stuff, showing what you got. If you ever see anyone go, does anyone do any cool female minis? You can go, yes, I know. But it's never on you, but it's always a bonus if you can help out, basically. It's just, again, me freestyling, saying I'm getting extra frustrated because I see sort of stuff soaring past or going, I was going to do that and that person's done it, and it's because I've been stuck in bed. But I can't do anything about being stuck in bed, is what I have to keep telling myself. I'm not just waking up going, you know what? I'm just going to not bother. I'm going to not bother today. I'm in a very frustrated sort of zone. But again, you can't choose your health. And yeah, you can't randomly tell people online what's wrong with them when you have no idea what's wrong with them. Daniel caused a person to buy a bunch of shield maidens. Yes, victory, flawless victory. But yeah, I do always appreciate that. And none of it's stuff you have to do. Again, it's just me talking out loud, going and panicking, and largely as well because I've been sort of stuck in the house or in bed, stuck with my own brain, going nobody likes my things. When in fact, even me being laid low a bit, it's still going fairly well, but just not as again, it sounds boring, it sounds repetitive, but yeah, like Brexit and pandemic, and now just Britain being on fire generally, always hurts little companies and stuff. Um, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Okay, Evil Ginger says being ill always has really bad timing. It sure does. Brexdemic. I suppose I'll show you these really nice sculpts now you've listened to me moan. So again, they're photos on a phone, and some of them need touching up. So if you think, oh, that bit's a bit odd, it's fine. It's going to smooth it over. So these were early photos. So we've got three queens. Queen Elizabeth in three forms, not like the three stages of Elvis from Father Ted. So we have another ATS. Oh yeah, make sure. I did this before and I'm sure someone's number came up. Nope, don't want that. So another ATS queen, because the other one was when it's a bit dioramery, so it means you can get a stand up your one. And it's another figure for your World War II, even if you're not a Queen fan. I'm going to do it in the order Alan sent me actually, because I was going to do it in time order, but that last one is such a stunner. Then we have Old Queen, and she's going to have some corgis as well. They're the last bits to get sculpted. We got Old Queen there with a stick. And then this is the one out. This is the one I was screaming about. Coronation Queen. Look at this. There's like a inception there of endless queens. How stunning is that? So that's the one I reckon you could kill somebody with that when it's cast in metal. There we go. Andrews, we'll be able to get the corgis without the monarchy. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. That is a good point. Peter Bryan's opponent showed him the tyre changing Elizabeth he painted for his mother on her birthday at her request. Oh, Katie says old queen with Paddington Bear. No, because I have no idea why Paddington Bear is now the Grim Reaper. It's just more weirdness in Britain at the moment. Isn't it? We've just absolutely lost the plot, and out of nowhere, I don't know if people outside of the UK might not have seen this, but Paddington Bear is now the Grim Reaper that leads people to the afterlife. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows why. But wow, look at that, eh? Isn't that stunning? Daniel says I need it for my vampire thing. Absolutely, like any of these sort of figures could be used for other bits and bobs. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded. Like that's just a fantastic leader figure. It would make a good vampire. If that's not it's just me being disrespectful, the whole thing. No, that's absolutely lovely. Thanks, Alan. That is sublime. And poor John will get the paint job for that, doing all the details. So we've got now Ratty Rex says it's a surreal thing. My childhood favourite is now the Angel of Death. Coronation Queen could almost be Catherine the Great. Yes, does have a similar sort of style there. Old Queen with 007 could model a massive number of memes. That's true. So yes, thanks Alan for those. They're awesome. So just last few bits. Other things. What other bits have I got in the mould works? What else can I show you? I'm trying to think. And I want to show you. Oh, someone asked about the snowmen earlier. Let's release the snowmen. Release them. I'll release them this Friday. How's that for a deal? Because then I can release them at the same time as the naval fellas. So I'll release. Have I got anything else? I've got a few other bits that I can release actually. I should probably release the things I have. I can do that on Friday. Friday's always a good. Yeah, what date will that be as well? It's a thing. I don't know if it is much of a thing, but if you've got a Friday around payday, apparently you sell better. I'm still not sure. And the elementals, yes, I'm gonna write that down, Sharky. You are the biggest elementals fan, and I've neglected you. Elementals. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do, and I need to set up a working at home situation as well for when I'm not well enough to be in, but I can get some bits done because I kind of did have that, and I've rearranged bits. I need to find my. Oh, I know where the keyboard is. It's at the office. Grr. I've got a keyboard for this, and then I can make my own little nest and just do just emails or something. It catches up a bit. After this, I'm going to meet one of my chums, and we're going to have a nice little stroll, get a nice coffee out, and we have round here. There's a place called Beeston, and these tiny little coffee places sell Beeston brownies, and it always sounds a bit conspicuous. Like we sell Beeston brownies. They're really nice. So I think long after this, I'm going to wake up my chum. Who will probably not wake up for another hour. Go, come on, let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. And get me some air, which I think will help. Update on the plants. Plants that all have frips. because yes. I have had to murder a few plants, but I might have it under control. I've jinxed it now. I'm looking at them like I could see them. So they've all got some bug infestation, but I've been getting better. I found this big sprayer thing in that middle zone of Lidl's or Aldi. It's the same shop. They sell all the random stuff. It was like a mega sprayer that you go like. So I've been doing that, and maybe all my plants won't die. As I was quoting the bit in Dumb and Dumber is one of my life quotes. it's something like, got no jobs, got no money, our pets' heads are falling off. that's pretty much for me. Right, says you need a money plant. They're almost impossible to kill and replicate by dropping leaves. Weirdly enough, mine's just been the bottom of that. It's not been doing very well at the moment. Don't know what that's about. I think they're just getting all winter acclimatized now. There is no magic money plant. Pandemonium has made a wonderful building. You want to check out what he's been up to. He's built this this crazy building that's got bits of stuff. So it's scratch built. It's got our hands. It's got the fist coming out of it, and it's got some brain. Brain dead. It's got little bits of my stuff. It's got some bits of Fenris, bits of something else, and it's really nice. I was watching it being built. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Cool scratch built thing. And then it was like suddenly done. I'm like, whoa, that's immense. So you should go check that out. Anything else before I bugger off? Thank you for coming along. It's always appreciated. So it is just me being stuck in my room basically, or pestering Andy, my housemate, going, can I eat your food? Because I've been too rubbish to order food. So, what have I got there? Oh, no. It's news from Selwig. Gossip from Selwig, I think. It was up my like gossip spies around. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, who knows? So I appreciate all your thoughts. So I'm not well. I'm going to have a lot more time off, unfortunately, because that is life. I will end up talking about it at some point, but yeah, my limit for mansplaining right now is up here. up here. So having strangers comment on my medical situations is kind of not at the top of what I'm into at the moment, really. So I think, you know what, I fancy. But I do really, really. It does mean a big thing when you'll ask if I'm all right and all that, and you'll concern if I'm overdoing it. I just really want to get stuff done. I've got all this like drive to really kick some ass and get all this wicked stuff done, and then I'll sort of wake up, and then a bit late, not long after waking up, various stuff's go like, nope, I'm gonna have to go and sit down, and then it becomes a lie down, and yeah, that's rubbish. So I'm doing my best, but I can't guarantee anything for a little while. But keep buying stuff generally. Peter says, why metal? Out of curiosity, why stick with metal? Oh, dare. Because metal's awesome. Metal and resin we will stick with. Metal, what we got? Metal for the figures generally is best, just because you can churn them out. We make stuff to live, so you basically want to be able to kill people with the minis. I think that's the official line, actually. You want to be able to do some damage, and you just can't do that with other stuff. We do some things in resin. Obviously, some of the figures are in resin. Yeah, I do need to restart Bad Movie Night. Yeah, I just like metal, and I like the metal we use and the quality of the metal and all that as well. But yeah, if you can do some damage with it, then that's the bonus. I would actually do more. I've been so in love with the resin that we use that I would do a lot more in resin, but it just takes a lot longer with the man hours. Everything's gender, isn't it? The person hours to human hours to make the things, which is why I've got a bunch of some of the resins have been out of stock for quite a while, because I've been waiting on the replenish. Whereas with metal, I could say, oh, it's sorry, brain's not working. With metal, I can, in theory, although it absolutely destroys the caster's brains, is that I can phone and say, can I have 1 million of this model by tomorrow? And sometimes they can do it, but there's no way that happens with resin. Andrea says, we're arguing about metal. My metal is good, so there you go. I've mentioned, so it's too late in the show to get into it, but the whole thing of all metal and all resin not being made equal, our metal and resin is the best. Those and tiny sharp wire spears really hurt. They do, which is why I have all my warnings all over them. And when Mum helps pack, she goes, "Why do we have to put all the stickers on?" We have to. You've not had one of these under your nails. We have to. Yes, yeah. Human time and machine time. Good. Ed is good there. There we go. What else was I gonna say? Yes, snowmen's next. Oh yeah, snowmen's, snow peoples. Looking there. Yeah, but we will be sticking with metal and resin. One day, probably do plastics one day, but we will never do CRCast. On that note, goodbye. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to finish my coffee and scramble around, see if there's any of Andy's foods that I can steal. And take it easy and have a stroll. So thanks very much. I will see you all soon, hopefully next Sunday. Yes. Right. Bye. Bye.